swerved, bend that corner, stay over there. Whoa. Okay.
Ladies, if you think you're about to change a man, dead that. You are not about to change. You saw what it was from the get, and you thought, oh, because I look better or I'm this, he gonna be different this time. Negative.
We are going to talk about LiAngelo Ball's recent baby mama, Rashida Nicole, the one that got with him months after, she had a baby with MissNikkiBaby, and then he ended up leaving her after the baby was just born. Like, I think he left her like a few days or a week after the baby was born.
Can we
Then,
show a photo of them for the people?
oh, of course. So this is the girl, Rashida Nicole, that she posted this on her Instagram. That's her with her baby photo, and then the baby was actually born. So she recently made a post on social media, and she wanted to be transparent about everything, about what she's went through with LiAngelo Ball, how she's apologized to MissNikkiBaby, how, basically coming to moment in her head, right? And the internet is talking about it because we're just like, you thought it was going to be sweeter on the other side. And this is why we always say how you got him is how you will lose him. Because I don't care what nobody says. Any person who is willing to stress out the mother of your children that you just had a baby with, the moment that you're willing to treat her like she is dog dust, like she means nothing, why do you think he's going to treat you any better? And MissNikkiBaby, a very gracious individual, because personally, me, I just think about me. I don't think I don't have a forgiving heart enough to sit here and take an apology, because you thought it was so sweet when he was with you. You thought you were the one who was picked. You thought you were the one who was going to be the forever, that I was the problem, and that you were more of a woman than me to be able to keep him, just for him to do you, if not worse, but just as bad as he did me. You thought you had it. You thought you were the prize. You thought you were you were a pick-me who got picked, and then you got dropped off. Now look, I can't feel bad for you.
Yeah, I think the thing that is I've said it. If you go back to that podcast episode, I was like, how you get him is how you lose him. Okay. And when she first got with LiAngelo, if you don't know, he's a former NBA player or like basketball player, and he's also a rapper. He's like, whoa, oh no, is it him? I think he's the one that sings.
Swerving, bend that corner,
whoa. He also went through his 5 minutes of fame with that little song. Next. So, anyways, when they first got together, Rashida was very much like, oh my man, like she was trying to be funny with Insta stories and like, small little digs. And it's like, oh, you thought you was cute. You thought you was like, ladies, if you think you're about to change a man, dead that. You are not about to change. You saw what it was from the get, and you thought, oh, because I look better or I'm this, he gonna be different this time. Negative. Okay. If you accepted that behavior from him, he gonna be like, oh, I could do it to you too. Like, you saw what it was and you were okay with it, so why can't I do it to you? So now her issuing this apology, right? She also mentioned how LiAngelo Ball was not in the room when she gave birth because she didn't want him to be there because of all of like the prior months of like headaches, and just like their relationship had been rocky. And it's just like, what were you expecting? And this apology that she did, I mean, I'm glad she did it, I guess, publicly, but it's like, I wouldn't accept that. It's like, oh, I'm glad that you learned, right? I tried to warn you, but you thought you was bigger than the program, and look what happened. So her coming on social media, I feel like cute, I guess, but it's never gonna change nothing. And if anything, I hope that she learns her lesson, that if you see a man acting the way that they're acting, don't think that you're about to change them, because you are you. You're not changing no man.
And I just want to mention, because I just feel like we see this time and time again, every time a woman comes to like, and I'm not trying to blame this all on a woman, but at the end of the day, we got to understand there are choices. And I get it. When it comes to a child, it takes two people to make a baby. But I just think we ignore so much time and time again. And I feel like I don't want to put this blanket statement and say it's all men and it's all women, but I feel like most of the time I hear is women who are like, oh, like I ignored so much. I did this, I did that. And it's like, then you have the baby and then you automatically come to this moment of clarity. It's like, now we have a child in the world. Now your child who is here has to deal with the idea and the notion and everything. Your transparency post, that child's going to see it one day about their father being absolutely nothing to you. And now I'm supposed to have some type of respect for my father, but he did my mother so dirty. It's like, I just feel like we keep time and time again, we get to this point about women talking about I finally learned my lesson. The child is already here. You're like, I want to show my daughter better. I want to show this. Why couldn't you just do better for you before you involved a child? And it's just like, I get so sick and tired of hearing it because I try to be as open-minded because I understand everybody's situation is different, especially because some people actually were fed the moon, the stars, the grass, the dirt. They were fed all of it. And then come to find out this person's a whole new person. But if I already see how somebody treated one person, I don't care how great of a woman I am. I don't care if I understand that I am the star on top of the tree. If you treated somebody like dirt, dust, why do I think that you're going to treat me any better? I just need us to understand that. Like, I really need us to get that. Like, why do you think I get it? People think that they are special. And as you should have confidence in everything that you are. But that does not mean that just because you understand that you are special, that a man who did another woman just as bad as the internet to see, that they're going to do better by you. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care how important you think you are. You are not that special to think that you can change a man who already was doing somebody dirty. I don't care. I don't care. Like, you can't tell me nothing to convince me otherwise. I just had to say that.
We hope the kids are well taken care of and that, regardless of whether LiAngelo Ball wants to be with this woman or not, just make sure that you are there for your kids. Because regardless of relationships, like, these are your kids. And, like, these are very important years, especially when your kids are young. If you're not with them throughout those years, don't think that you're going to be like, oh, those are my kids. And like hand, all the hugs and hand kisses and all the things now when I'm pushing 20, 30. If you wasn't with me during these early years, don't think that you are about to be with me when I'm already a whole grown adult. No, thank you.
Right. That wishy-washy stuff, you could really keep it all the way over there. Mm-hmm. Like, you swerved, bend that corner, stay over there. Whoa. Okay.